While this woman was playing with her son, she suddenly noticed that when the boy looked at her, he didn't seem like a child at all. There was something different, something unsettling in his eyes that immediately made her sense something was wrong. She quickly pushed her son away, but the next second, the boy instantly snapped back to his usual innocent self. At first, the woman thought she must have been mistaken, but that night, while she was sleeping in her room, the boy quietly crept up to her bedside and gently started stroking her face with his hand. Things got even stranger when they were hosting a party at their house. Lisa simply gave her husband a brief hug, and Jeff's face twisted into a vicious, hateful expression, as if he was looking at his worst enemy. Wanting to get to the bottom of what was happening, the woman asked Jeff what had been going on lately, but Jeff just snarled menacingly, "I'm going to kill you all," which instantly filled her with fear. Out of concern, she tried to approach him to ask more questions, but Jeff suddenly switched off the lights, causing her to trip and fall in the darkness. Since friends and family were still at the house, the woman didn't go upstairs to confront Jeff. Instead, she waited until her husband left for work the next day to go to Jeff's room and talk to him. But while she was thinking about how to bring up the subject, she accidentally cut her hand on the piano. Someone had placed a razor blade on it. Realizing this was likely Jeff's cruel prank, the woman was absolutely furious. But before she could find Jeff, she heard his cries for help coming from the basement. Without thinking twice, she rushed down and found Jeff collapsed in the corner, his hands and feet ice cold. She quickly carried Jeff up to his room and frantically searched for fever medication. While rummaging through the dresser drawers, she discovered some of her clothes that had gone missing recently. Since it was an emergency, she didn't have time to think about it and hurried back to the bed with a thermometer. But then she noticed Jeff was mumbling something incoherent under his breath. When she leaned in closer to listen, Jeff suddenly opened his eyes and ran off like nothing had happened. That night, the woman had a terrifying nightmare where someone kept stabbing her with a knife, which jolted her awake. But what was truly disturbing was that her nightgown had actually been slashed open. After this incident, the woman began to realize that it wasn't Jeff who had psychological problems. It was the house they had just moved into that was haunted.